here, and welcome to the Spark Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, good morning. Hey, Pikey. Good morning, guys.
A little parched to start the day. Does anyone call you Pikey, or is that just me? Or does everyone call you Pikey?
An old woman calls me Pikey. And I say that because it's not my grandma or somebody I really even know that well, but on Facebook, or if I ever see her in person, she calls me Pikey. It's very sweet.
Oh, that's great. So it's me and an old lady. I have the sense of affection as an old lady. That's pretty, I'll take it, man.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I guess I have a similar relationship with her as I do with you. You know, it's very just like it's very warm and nurturing.
Oh,
Sweet,
man.
sweet old lady. She's good for, she comments on everything ever. So if
Really?
you ever like throw something out there, it's like, man, I hope people comment on this. I know I'm gonna get Helen. You know,
Shout out to Helen.
she won't acknowledge the post. She'll just say something like, "Oh, you're the best, Pikey." Okay, thanks. Yeah, sweet.
What a beautiful lady.
Oh, she is. Yes.
Well, I got Pikey from the movie Snatch. Have you ever seen the movie Snatch?
Come on now. No.
No? Dude, you'd like
What movie
Snatch.
is that? I've never even heard that.
Never heard Snatch? It's in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Seriously?
Okay. Really? You're just making shit up. All right. Who's in Snatch?
Brad Pitt.
Oh. Who else?
Yeah. Oh. Oops. No.
that
Brad
guy.
Pitt, Jason Statham. This is like one of Jason Statham's first movies, and he's wonderful in it. Who is else? Benicio del Toro's in it. It's a great movie. It's directed by Guy Ritchie.
Okay. Oh, Guy. Okay. I'll have to get it on the list.
Dude, it's
Maybe
awesome. Anyway, they have Brad Pitt's amazing in it. I think it's one of his best characters he's ever played. And he plays a pikey, like a gypsy, essentially. And he's like, a pikey, you know? And so that's where I got it from. Because he's like, pikey, I bloody hate pikeys. You know, they're all British and everything. But Brad Pitt, he can't understand a word he says, basically. He's like, you like dogs? What? You like dogs? Oh, dogs. Yeah, I like dogs. It's like a famous quote. People talk about it. Anyway, Pikey's in there. I bloody hate pikeys. That's where I got your Pikey from. So I'm not Helen. I'm not as genuine a soul as Helen as you might think. I got it from a slanderous word from a movie called Snatch.
I don't like it.
You should watch
the
it.
background. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it, but...
Oh, come on! You would like it. It's about a bare-knuckle boxing match, basically. I don't want to give too much away. It's about a diamond. They steal a diamond. There's a diamond thief and a bare-knuckle boxing match. And some pikeys played by Brad Pitt. And it's an amazing film. You would absolutely love it. Top 5, bro.
Thank you.
Top 5. I'll watch any of your top 5 movies. If you told me, hey...
Don't.
Give me a quick top 5 movie.
You've probably seen them all. I guarantee you have. I don't even know. I don't know what's in my top 5, like other than just like your Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler comedies. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. I love that.
Great movie.
Okay, you've already seen it. Perfect. Well, then we're good. What about
Snatch is just as good as Wolf of Wall Street. Snatch is just as good.
I have no way to say that for sure, but I would probably disagree.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would disagree right now. But I'm sure the committee's like, what? What are you talking about? But no, Snatch is just as good. In fact, dare I say, more fun. I think Snatch is a more rock and roll wild story than Wolf of Wall Street.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's like what that movie is. It's
No, man.
fun. It's rock and roll. It's
No.
badass.
I'm not saying it's not. I love Wolf of Wall Street. I so thoroughly enjoyed that movie. But Snatch, the rewatchability of Snatch it's higher. Okay, I'll watch Snatch. The dialogue: never trust a man with a pig farm. I mean, I can quote this movie front to back. It is incredible.
That's great. It doesn't change it for me, though. That Wolf of Wall Street is rewatchable, fun. No movie ever would make you want to do cocaine more than Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, talk about just glamorizing a drug.
What's the
fantastic.
best part? What do you think, real quick? Because this is my litmus test for how nice of a person you are. What's the best part of Wolf of Wall Street? Like, what's the best part of that movie?
Like best scene?
Yeah, best scene.
Well, I mean, them being him going out and he's taking a bunch of Quaaludes and he gets home. In his head, he thinks he gets home okay, but really, he fucks his car up real bad, and that's a hilarious. Him trying to get to the door.
Yeah, that
Great
was
scene.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's the scene on the boat where the FBI agent comes up and he's trying to get him to
Yeah.
information, and then he tries to bribe him, the
Yeah.
FBI agent. That's a beautiful scene as well.
Another beautiful scene. However, not the best scene. See, you're off on both of them. The best scene of that film, Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, God, yeah.
When he's like, keep two coming. Remember? I want two every 10 minutes until one of us passes out. Like when he's ordering and he does that. Dude, I was like, what the fuck kind of movie?
I know. He's like,
this is the
like
most amazing.
you masturbate? He's like, yeah. How many times? Two or three a week. He's like, those are rookie numbers. You got to keep those up. Got to be at least once a day. He's just all nervous. Two or three times a week.
That Matthew McConaughey could have get best supporting actor. I always feel like there should be an Oscar category for best cameo. Like that's the best.
That's a good idea.
Or the best minor part in a movie, because that, you know what I mean? That's amazing. That was an amazing scene. Well,
and I say he ad-libbed most of that.
Did he really?
Like the chest thumping thing. Yeah, he just like made that up.
And he throws a bird in there for some reason. Oh, that's like.
Oh, just nonsense.
Yeah. Okay, now take how much fun you're having right now talking about Wolf of Wall Street and times it by 5. That's the movie Snatch. You gotta watch it, okay? It's wonderful. Wonderful.
I get it's close to you and you have experience with it, but it's not going to be the same for me. I watch it and I'll go, yeah, it was pretty good. I guarantee it. That's my reaction. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll never have a conversation like we just had about Wolf of Wall Street with you about it.
Oh, God.
I think it was pretty good. All right. Yeah.
Better than you think. All right, that's what I say. Oh, God,
I don't think it's bad. I'm sure it's a good movie.
Look, we are lollygagging too much. I gotta ask you this. Hey, Pike, neckbeards or hairy knuckles? You gotta have one. Which one you taking?
I did take the hairiest knuckles over a neckbeard. Like the length of a. Dude, yeah, I don't care about my knuckles. If they're draped off with hair, it's like little wigs on them. That's fine. But a neckbeard, there's nothing, because it's right in people's eye line, first of all. It's the first thing they see. You got a scruffy neckbeard. I'm sorry, but you just look like you don't give a shit. And I have neckbeards occasionally when I don't shave, when I'm in like a depression for 4 days. That's when it's like, oh, yeah, this guy's just fucking down.
Yeah.
Things aren't going well for this guy.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What do you think?
No, I hands down 100% agree. It might make my hands look like Beauty and the Beast. And as long as my face and neck are kept, you know what I mean? I don't care if my hands are a potential grease fire waiting to happen if I'm making food. I want my face and neck to be open. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen dudes commit to the neck beard where this just grows, and they shave their cheeks and their, and the goat and everything.
Those men should be shipped off to an island. That's disgusting. It's stupid. And even the beard, it's one thing. If you're going to have a beard, as soon as you shave your neck, it's like, oh, that guy's got a nice beard, like a well-kept beard. But until then, it's like he just doesn't care. His wife probably left him. Job sucks. He hates it.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but every single time, like, there's a bomb in the mail, the first people they search are neckbeards. They're like, all right, bring up the list of neckbeards. All right, we got to find out who mailed these bombs.
The FBI's list of neckbeards.
Yeah, it's exactly right. They're like, Jesus Christ. How heinous of a terrorist act was it? Yeah? Right. Oh, neckbeard level, sir. Oh, God. All right, we got to fix this.
Now narrow it down to all these neckbeards that own trench coats. And now you got now it's down to 5. Now you can start doing interviews.
Yeah.
Like on Criminal Minds, you ever watch that? He'll call the girl on the computer. He's like, I need a list of everyone with, who just listens to, I don't know, fucking Led Zeppelin. And then she's like, got it. I just emailed it to you. I'm like, fuck off.
Look, I need to scan profiles. I have an eye patch and a love of Mariah Carey, and I need it now. Okay, here you go. Yeah, those fucking shows. However, the FBI searching just the list of neckbeards. The Amish would be suspect for every mass explosion or some kind of terrorist event in this country. If that was the case, 'cause nobody owns the neckbeard like the Amish.
No,
and that's it.
No, man, the Amish. What an interesting group. You know how their women get pregnant?
No.
I've heard.
Normal?
I think, haven't you heard about this bedsheet thing?
What?
Where, you as a fertile non-Amish man can go to these colonies and they put a bedsheet up basically over a woman in her, except one hole. I'll let you figure out what the hole is cut out for.
What is going on here?
You're impregnating their women because they have so much, otherwise it's just like a lot of incest. And I could, listen, I could be so wrong.
This has got to be
offending
wrong.
Every Amish person, but there's got to be some truth to it as well because I've heard this too many times for it to be completely made up. Now I think you get paid.
You came in the weirdest time, Omero. He says, "What's up, bro, chachos?" Oh, we're just talking about how the Amish get pregnant.
Oh, seriously, it's either that or Hooderites, but there's obviously some crossover in these two types.
Dude,
look, people.
I know some Amish, okay? I don't know them personally, but the Amish built this house I'm in. You know what I mean? The Amish, they're around here. They're they do a lot of construction, roofing. You're driving down the street, they ship them in. They're like, hey man, nobody can build something like the Amish can. The Amish can just build something crazy fast. Yeah. One time I was landscaping a yard. We were installing a yard from scratch. It was just dirt. So we were there day after day after day after day, right? These dudes, these Amish guys, they built 12 houses before we can finish installing a yard, planting trees. 12! We just saw them going up. Boom, 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 boom. It was 3 weeks, 12 houses. I was blown away. And dude, one of the times, it was the coolest thing because at lunch break, and they always take lunch break at 10 a.m. So we'd be an hour into work, and they'd be taking a lunch break. They would build a table, pop, 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 with nail guns and everything. And they would sit down as a group and eat lunch at this table they just built. And then after lunch was over, they dismantle the table, and that's the subfloor. They pop, 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 and they use the table as part of the house, oh yeah, no, that's the wall. We're eating on the wall right now. And then they put it up. I've never seen. And they're the Amish are human ants,
Human ants.
It's this Yeah, this hive mind. It's crazy. And now I know why. It's all the incest.
I guess they can get it done in the, like in the construction field, just not in the bedroom. They could build the bed, they just can't get it done on the bed. Because I just looked up, it's potentially a myth, okay? But
yeah, it's a myth.
It comes from somewhere.
It comes from lies. Omero says Sparks Google's nearest Amish community.
Hey, nice way to make a few extra bucks.
Not a nice way. Weird, awful, grotesque way to make a few dollars.
All right, let's say that you're there. You're in front of the bed sheet.
I'm not in the front of the bed sheet.
Let's just say you are. And you're about to go to work. Okay, you're about to do the job. Would you look behind the bed sheet? Would you peek? Would you give it a little, just curious?
I would not be in that room. I wouldn't be there.
Well, in this situation, you are. I would peek. Probably going to ruin it, most likely. No. I got another one. I got an even better one.
All right.
Here, let me ask you this. You go to the doctor. It's a physical. You're just getting a checkup. And the doctor, he weighs you. He looks at you. He goes, all right, listen, everything looks pretty great here. All the numbers are good, but you could probably lose some pounds. But I got good news. We just came up with a new procedure that if we do this on you, it will bring you down to 5% body fat, okay? Just enough to protect your organs, but you're shredded, okay? Just ripped. And here's the thing, you'll never gain another pound. As long as you live, this is your body, ripped. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
In order to do that, we have to sew your anus shut. And for the rest of your life, you have to shit out of your mouth. Okay? 5% body fat, shitting out of your mouth.
No, I would not do this procedure. There's not a doubt in my mind. What are you talking about?
Dude, it's not just about, cosmetic appearance. It's like your health. Listen, you never have to worry about like heart disease or diabetes or anything. You're thinking of your family.
I got poop in my mouth.
Yeah, they got mouthwashes, okay?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Dude, how much time do you spend? And I know like you're not out of shape or, it's not a big problem for you at all. But listen, like all day, every day, you'd wake up and go, oh yeah, I'm fucking ripped.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking ripped. How fart out of my mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Sorry. Didn't mean to just shit. No, I'm not doing that. There's no way.
You would get used to the taste. And I know that sounds gross, but it's
God,
it's true. Eventually it would not be that big of a deal.
I would not get used to the taste. How dare you insinuate that I would just get over it? No. Remember, I'm not part of Rim Nation here. I'm not in on this, man. There's no way.
I know where Rim Nation sits on this one.
Yeah, Rim Nation's like, no problem. Shred me.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, if you didn't gather that already, I would. No doubt about it.
Stefano is here. Says, write that down. I got it, Stefano. Thank you. Go ahead, Pike.
I would learn a very specific diet to keep the turds like very hard and consistent. Because otherwise,
like hawking a hairball like a cat.
Yeah, but if you can just like chunk them out, that's not too bad. And you don't have to wipe. Think about that. You don't really have to wipe. You just kind of have to.
Yeah, because it's in your mouth. That's insane. No.
5% body fat. 5% body fat.
Dude, just
Think
diet.
Of the sex.
Just
Think
diet.
Of the sex. Your wife would not be able to leave you alone.
Dude, I can get down to 5% body fat without having to shit out of my mouth.
I don't think you could.
I can get down to 5% body fat. Yeah.
That's very little body fat.
I can do it.
What do you think you are? Okay. What do you think you are right now? Do you know what body fat percent you are?
Yeah, I'm like 20% body fat. I can look on my app.
Most men are probably like chilling around 20%. Yeah.
Yeah. I can get down to 5%.
Nah, man. You'd be starving.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah. I'd be starving and not shitting out of my mouth. Like if you were like, hey, You have to get down to 5% body fat. Would you rather diet or do you want shit coming out of your mouth? I'm going with dieting. That sounds like the easiest way. I can't believe you take that procedure.
I don't think it is. I think the easiest way is just having turds come out of your mouth.
No, because then everybody would be like, yo, bro, that guy's always talking shit, bro. I mean, that's all he's doing. There'd be nothing but jokes. Be like, dude, close your asshole, okay? I'm sick of hearing you.
I think there'd be a way to do it where people don't even know.
No.
Yeah,
people would know.
Yes.
And then you're trying to kiss your significant other. You're trying to talk to your children. You're trying to whisper something. Oh, God. You'd have the worst breath. No.
There's ways to, just get the breath under control. A lot of Tic Tacs, a lot of gargling. I don't know. Maybe you got to eat like fucking herbs and spices or something. There would be a way to do it. I don't have the science figured out just quite yet, but
yeah, exactly.
There'd be a way.
Hey, get drunk. I want a butt chug. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that going on. It's disgusting. You're weird, bro. You're gross.
No, you are closed-minded and
closed,
not closed.
That's what you are. Yeah. All right, well, let's get to the show. That guy right there, that guy with a sewed-up rectum, his name is at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. I'm at Sparks Radio on all social media. Jump on there and give us a follow because we got to talk about our Instagram here, Pike, because we got some suggestions starting to roll in for our competition, our songwriting competition that we have committed to. Pike and I are each going to write a song. We're going to ask you to pick the topic. So we put that over on Instagram. On my Instagram? Yeah, Instagram.com/SparksRadio. Get on over there. Write down what you think we should write this song about. It can be about anything. It can be about, it doesn't matter what. You pick the subject. We're going to narrow it down to 5. Then we're going to go over to the elevated committee members on up over on our Patreon.
Patreon.com/SparksRadio.
That's one of the benefits of joining the old Patreon. Even an elevated committee member on up, that's $1 a month. It's $12 a year. It's really, really cheap. But it's going to single you out, your voice. It's kind of like a U.S. politics where you have to pay in order to vote and have your vote matter. That's where we're getting the idea from. So we're going to take 5 suggestions from the committee. Then we're going to go to the elevated committee on up. You're going to be able to decide what is the final subject we write the song about. So we got some. Let me read some off here, okay, on the Instagram. I got to say this, too. Committee, I am very disappointed in the suggestions so far. I mean, they're awful.
Wow. You're going to come at them like that. All right. Let's hear them.
We got, this is from Go Jaguars 1. Your love drags me down, bitch. That's the name of the song or subject matter.
Interesting. Yeah. That sounds like a title.
Right.
But okay.
Leaving Vegas. How are you gonna relate to that? Is that just maybe vacationing?
What are you talking about? I've left Vegas, and that's actually interesting because I have left Vegas in many different moods.
All right. Okay.
And that could be fun.
You're saying that's better.
Better than the first one? Yeah. So far, that's the leader.
Okay. Remember, and here's the thing. It's one subject that both Pike and I have to write a song about. So we're sharing the subject. So it can't just be specific towards one person or the other. We have Pike's constant masturbating.
I would like to hear what you would come up with in regards to my constant masturbating. Which, by the way, come on now. I see a lot of this constant I know we talk a lot about it, but I'm still like functioning as an adult. I'm not just always masturbating.
But honestly, to an extent. I mean, come on.
Right. As far as in their free time, yeah, it's mostly constant.
I think it's a natural human
meetings.
Instinct. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's not like you're deviant or anything. No. Exactly.
It should be normalized. Yeah. It's just.
Let me move on here. I want to get off your masturbating. SpongeBob. That's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Over on the YouTube,
awesome.
we got a couple other suggestions. We have the Mighty Penis. Which again, it's like, you know.
Am I
and then
missing a reference, or is that just a regular penis?
first of all, we've already said we forgettable dicks over here. All right, so we got nothing.
yeah.
I was like, what? I mean, and then the last one is Rim Nation, which, I mean, let's be honest. I don't want to sing about Rim Nation. I think that's an unfair advantage towards you and your cronies voting for your song already. Okay, I thought this should be neutral songwriting.
Rim Nation needs an anthem, though.
Do it
does,
separately.
So maybe I'll write one separately. Okay, Jesus. I wouldn't want you to even touch that subject matter.
I don't want to touch any subject matter with Rim Nation. You're the one who wants to put your tongue to it. Lyrically.
Yeah, I think that's a normal thing, too.
Right. And if there's anyone who should be down of putting money where their mouth is, it's Pike Taylor and Rim Nation. Right. Gross.
All right, so what are we gonna do? Because those aren't awesome.
It's not what we're gonna do. It's what Rim Nation's gonna do. I'm not Rim Nation. Shit. Damn it. It's not what we're gonna do. It's what the committee's gonna do. The committee, step up. What are you doing here? I have way higher standards than what you're delivering right now. Okay, on Instagram. What? I mean, the suggestions for these songs are awful. Would you want to hear a song about Rim Nation? No. Would you want to hear a song about Pike and what he does in his free time? That's a good subject matter. And we'll write a song about it.
Right. And it doesn't have to be like hilarious, because that'll be our job to make the song interesting. Like if your topic is like a baptism, that's like that's interesting. Like there's no songs about baptisms I'm aware of. That'd be fun to write that.
Thank you.
Is that right?
I agree.
So don't try to overthink it.
Just start throwing out suggestions. What are you doing?
Right.
Write down 10 things. I don't care. There's no limit to this. We're just going to take the 5 best ones and then throw it over to the elevated committee. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. All right? Get on over there at Sparks Radio on Instagram. I'm going to post another. I'm going to post this. There's going to be a seething post today about how bad these suggestions are so far. All right? You can always make suggestions over there at Pike Taylor Radio as well on Instagram. Thanks so much for being here. Look, if you're watching over youtube.com/Sparks Radio, we're trying to hit 300 subscribers by February. We got 11 days left, so let's make this happen, okay? I think we're at 250 something or other. Shout out to Donna, who's been recruiting, trying to get people up there. So we're close, but we're trying to hit 300 subscribers by February. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen. Being a little pessimistic, but I'm just looking at the data. Looking at the data, bro. How many subscribers we're acquiring per day? It's going kind of slow. So let's try to kick that up a notch. YouTube.com/Sparks Radio. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for doing that. And then, of course, can we also mention this? Shop the shop. If you want, jump on there. SparksRadio.com/shop. Buy yourself a shirt. Buy yourself a hoodie, a mug, a bomber jacket. Our profit margins are stupid. 75 cents is how much we make on a bomber jacket. But hell, as long as you're just staying warm and liking the jacket, we don't give a shit.
Buy 10. Might add up a little then.
Hey, real quick, speaking of the special committee, shout out to Ryan, who became a member of the special committee yesterday. Oh my God.
That's great.
Patreon.com/Sparks Radio.
Dude, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ryan became a member of the special committee. That's the best. And he got in just in time before we go to the vote for what we have to write a song about. So that's really, really cool, man. All right. We got a great show for you today. Thanks so much for being here. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get to the news that matters, shall we?
Okay.
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters. Holy shit.
That's right. This guy, Rim Nation, just will not die. Pike, both my stories today are about dinosaurs.
No, really?
Swear. Yeah.
Okay, because one of mine is. So I've got to assume. Of course. Did you think of me when you read the story?
And your tiny T-Rex arms? No.
No, is it no? Is it possible we have 3 separate dinosaur stories? I don't know.
Mine's
Is
about
one
a
of them
perfect, perfect butthole. Is that yours?
Yeah, of course
Oh,
that's mine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's my first one.
Okay, well we can tag team it. You go ahead and tell the tale, and I'll provide any sort of insight I have into the perfect butthole.
I don't want to tag team the perfect butthole.
Did I say that?
You're like, I don't know. I have to go back and listen, but I'm not sure. But I don't.
I don't how can a guy say those kind of things and like not even think twice? You know? Tag team the perfect butthole. And that doesn't make you go, huh, what a weird sentence.
So, there's a lot of things from the story that jumped out at me. Obviously, they're talking about a perfect butthole on a dinosaur. That's what they're talking about. And they're talking about it's perfectly intact, you know?
Right. The
Which is
first
like,
of its kind.
Yeah, amazing. It's what, 63 million years old? I don't have the article up in front of me, but
Up from 60 to 140 during the
Cretaceous
the
period.
era. Cretaceous period.
Yeah.
Yeah, so up until now, dinosaur anuses were a bit of a mystery. So they got their top men, they got their best guys on it.
Actually,
Hey.
best ladies. This is one of the other things that jumped out at me. Her name is Diane Kelly, and she is a expert on vertebrae penises and copulatory systems. So she's an expert in dongs and hoo-has, bro, on animals. Which, dude, can you imagine that lady's business card? What is going on there? I'm an expert in vertebrae penises and copulatory systems.
How do you get such expertise?
I don't know. And what do you major in? Like, how do you become a doc? What do you write your thesis on? You know, to become an expert at this. Like, I have it's not a dissertation. It's a dickertation. And I can't imagine her like being taken seriously when she's talking at like TED. You know, she's got like a TEDx. She's got a TEDx. Here is what we call micro penises. It's like a slide projector. Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, what did I sign up for? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she's taking a look at this perfect dino butthole, and it's like blowing her mind.
At what point did she realize like that was her passion? You know? Like when dogs come around, everyone's like, "Oh, good boy," and she's like, God, "Look at the dick on that." Like in a very just like scientific way. Like she was just fascinated. Yeah, hell.
And how did she explain? Like, no. It's just for science. And trust me, it's only a science.
She's at the zoo day when her class went to the zoo. Oh, it was a nightmare for her. Everyone else like, oh, it's a panda, and she's like bending down trying to see.
Right. Yep. Good point. And then she, but she's only an expert in vertebrae penises. Like if you got a dong and you don't have bones in your back, then she wants nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? You're like an ant.
Right.
You're an insect of some sort. She's like, trash. You got that trash dick. I don't want anything to do with that. However, that anteater, the guy eating those ants,
That's what I'm talking about.
we're
Got that good backbone.
That's what I'm talking about. Science, guys. It's only science. Yeah, everyone's like, Jesus, Diane, you're fucking weird. I'm a scientist. not gross.
Mr. Smith, Diane's looking at the panda penis again.
I'm sketching it for class. Jesus, Diane. What are you doing? Yeah, I didn't know these doctors. I don't even know if she's a doctor. I don't think you can be a doctor unless you're, like a dick doctor. Like that makes sense. You know what I mean?
The dictor.
The dick. Yeah, what are those? What are they called? What is an actual doctor for men and the penis?
For penis doctors. I don't know. I don't
come
know.
on. What is it called? Doesn't it start with a... God. Wow. All right, I'll have to look it up. I can't remember. Urologist, is that it? Before I hit enter?
Potentially.
I think it's a urologist. I want to say it's that.
I think that is it, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what this says. This is at Penis Health Management and Treatment, the Cleveland Clinic.
Oh.
Which is a very important thing here.
Imagine the ads you're going to start seeing on your social media. Actually.
Yeah, it's the Glickman Urological and Kidney Institute. Oh, wait, that's an ad. Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, it's about the same thing. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, all right, good. Yeah, so she's essentially just a urologist, but not for, like, humans, but for animals.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Maybe it's not as weird. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that was on me. All right, what else jumped out at you from this article? Anything? They found this super old dinosaur beehole. It's used for everything. It's used for reproduction. Right. It's used for defecation. It had glands near it, so it secreted some pheromone type stuff. Like, hey, man, it's that time
for mating.
Yeah,
right. You hit it on the head. I was interested by like the versatility of the anus.
Yeah,
because they poop out of it, as you mentioned. So it's a beautiful hole.
It's like one O-ring to rule them all. You know what I mean? Kind of does everything. Goes to the bathroom, lays eggs. Yeah, just all right in there. It's the Swiss Army knives of anuses. That's what the article called it. I swear to God, they said that in the article. It's the Swiss
they
Army.
didn't. No, they didn't. Oh,
I swear to God. It says it in here.
Great.
Let me see. Swiss Army. Let me type in Swiss. Oh, I got to spell Swiss right. Swiss. It's like a Swiss.
Man. Oh, I found this interesting paragraph about the dinosaur butt. It says, just like in most land vertebrates, except for mammals, which have more than one hole for defecation and pissing and reproduction, humans, this dinosaur used its hole for everything, which explains why they found a fossilized poop in its butt. So this thing, they hadn't figured out how to wipe yet. Because they had a little dingleberry.
Yeah. Now you want to? No, dude. No. This is gross. This thing is disgusting. These animals run around for 100 million years. Just gross.
Yeah, poop on its butt. Come on.
Dude, if you think about the dinosaurs real quick, like, they didn't do anything. They were just animals running around. They weren't doing, don't get me wrong, on a philosophical level, we're just animals running around too. I'm well aware of that. But they weren't, dude, they just sat there and ate and shit. They didn't do anything exemplary. The only way that they were going to go extinct was a meteor crushing the earth. That was it.
Yeah. And to be fair, that would have wiped anyone out. We don't exactly have a defense for that either.
That's why we got to get to Mars, dude. That's why we got to get to Mars.
That's what I'm saying.
The survival of our species depends on it. And I say what you want. Yes, humans can be just the worst things, literally, in the world. But there's also a lot of great that comes with humanity.
I would say mostly great.
I was thinking about this before. You know how we have the largest brain out of any species on Earth. Okay, we got these big brains, but along with the big brain comes a super wide swath of emotions and feelings. And like you said, you go into depression for 4 days and you grow a neck beard, the whole thing, right? You got this.
That's right.
Yeah, you got, you're a little sad, but then you can be happy. Like with the brain power that we're putting out as a species, it comes with, there's baggage, If we want to invent calculus, we got to cry at a sunset every once in a while. You know what I mean? It's like, this is how it works.
That's the trade-off.
That's it, man. You want to be able to shoot a rocket off the rock you evolved on? Well, turns out that you get really pissed during a video game and you break the controller. It's just, it's how it happens. It's dumb. It's stupid. Right. You want to be able to have in vitro fertilization and understand your species down to that tiny of a science. Well, at the same time, you gotta date a woman before that woman that lights her clothes on fire in the front yard. It's like, God. So I started thinking like, oh man, imagine the species that have giant brains bigger than ours. So what is that?
I can't imagine.
Aliens. So all these people think that aliens are these supreme beings, right? They're going to fly down and blah, 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 destroy the earth. I was like, no, dude. You know what? They're fucking crying when they hear The Cure for the first time. They can't control their emotions because they have such a huge brain. They might be able to travel through a wormhole, but I swear to God, they will not be able to just talk about their mother openly in front of people without breaking down,
Man, when you put it like that, it would suck to be an alien.
Sucks, dude. They got too big of a brain.
Too big.
Yeah.
What's going on?
They're all bipolar. You know what I mean? They all sound like they're traveling through space-time, sounding like Kanye West on like steroids. They're like, I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. And all the aliens are like, Jesus Christ, dude. Bleep Blop is on one today. I can't fucking take it. He's just insane. Yeah. I rule the galaxy. This galaxy is mine. And then, 10 minutes later, he's like crying in the corner. He's like, my mother didn't love me. Like, oh God. Bleep Blop, pull it together. We're conquering galaxies.
Oh man, that's why people hate idiots. It's not because they're like dumb. It's just because they're happy all the time. They're jealous. It's like, yeah, Brandon's a big dumbass, but man, if he isn't just like happy all the time.
That's exactly right. You ever see that guy who got excited about that train on YouTube?
No.
Dude, there's this dude on YouTube. He sees this old train go by. And he was like, oh, man. Like, hold on, I'll try to pull it up. I've never been that excited in my life. And I watched it the first time I saw it. I was like, dude, I'm kind of jealous.
Right? Like, very little excitement from me, anyway, when trains go by.
Yep. Let me see. Guy excited about the train. Oh, this is a parody. Excited train guy in New York. All right. Maybe this is it. I don't know. I'm going to try to pull it up right now. But yeah, you're right. Idiots are happy, and it kind of makes me jealous.
Yep.
Aliens are miserable, emotional creatures that they don't want. Hold on. We got some ads here. They don't want to. Here you go. Let me cut this over. Check out this.
Okay. I've been waiting for this moment for months, and it's finally here. I'm finally going to get a heritage unit on camera. Yeah! All right. Look at that, a 1953 E8. Woo-hoo! Oh, yeah, listen to that bell. Yeah, listen to that bell. Oh, take a look at that. Oh, my God! Woo! Listen to that horn! Oh my God! Oh, she's beautiful! She is beautiful! Yeah! All right. Oh my. Oh, 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 oh no, it's a BL2 too. Oh, the SNC 52. Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna watch this. Oh.
All right, so there you go. You got it.
When he sees the back one, like as if he hadn't seen it already, like it was in plain sight. But he goes, "Ah!" Man, what a guy,
dude! Everyone's sitting there cracking jokes, and I'm sitting there. I'm sad in the corner, like bleep plop. You know, I'm like, oh no. Never experienced that amount of joy in my life.
Never. He's just been way. My next story. Well, I wanted to talk about how Trump is now out of office.
Oh yeah,
that happened, and so on the way out, of course, he pardons a bunch of criminals.
Yeah,
and so 140 was what he ended up pardoning.
Is that a lot?
Notable names,
or is that like average?
I think it's probably more average than you would think, because that's a lot. I mean, that's a big number. It's a lot of criminals that are just getting out of prison time.
Yeah,
just because they know a guy. Like Lil Wayne was on the list. I'm like, what?
What?
Now,
Lil Wayne?
Yeah, Lil Wayne. So he wasn't in prison, but he was facing charges for guns. He brought a loaded gun onto a private jet. But still, he's a convicted felon. You're not allowed to fucking do that. So he was facing 10 years in prison. But since he came out and supported Trump like a couple months ago or something, Trump's like, yeah, well, don't worry about that. You're good. So he got pardoned.
So he's done. He doesn't have to worry about it, even if he wasn't even convicted yet.
Yeah, I think the charges are just wiped.
Whoa, it's crazy.
And I wonder if he had, he pled guilty. Okay, he pled guilty in 2020, so they hadn't sentenced him yet.
Okay, I was gonna say I think you need to be guilty before you can get pardoned.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he had pled guilty. Steve Bannon was on the list. Kodak Black, who's another rapper, is like, what? All these rappers. So, other than that, not a lot of notable names. Other just people, his homies, Trump's like friends. I just find that interesting. And who was bummed about it was Joe Exotic, the guy from Tiger King. You see this?
No.
Yeah, so he's in prison for hiring somebody to murder Carol Baskin. And so yesterday he was so confident apparently that Trump was going to pardon him. He had a limo waiting outside of the prison all day, and they were just like sitting by the phone waiting for the call. He had a hairstylist ready to go, and it never happened. And honestly, I'm like, man, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's sad. I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit, but that does sound sad.
But yeah, he did no doubt try to get a woman killed, murdered. So I don't feel too bad. But it's like, man, why is so confident? I don't know.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why did he come out in support of Trump or something? Tiger King guy?
Like he didn't, but Trump support. People were asking Trump about it when it was a big thing, Tiger King, and he was like, maybe I'll look into it. Yeah. So I guess they just felt like Trump was on his side because of just a few comments.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. It's a crazy power to have, to give one guy, to have a guy be able to do that. Where he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, remember that thing? Justice system? Just fucking,
right.
Whatever.
In every other facet, there's all these like checks and balances where you don't just have this absolute power. Except for when it comes to this. It seems like this one is, I don't know. I feel like we need to address it.
It's almost like a king.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying Trump's the only guy. Every president does it, especially when they're on their way out. It's like, hey, these fucking guys. You know what I mean? Get rid of them, let them out, kind of a thing, which is an insane thing. But I know a pardon is an admission of guilt as well. So you have to be convicted. You have to be guilty of a crime in order to be pardoned is kind of the thing. I remember,
man, if I was serving 20 years, like, I did it.
Well,
I'm going home too, so
Yeah, but at the same time, most people aren't in the Lil Wayne situation. You know what I mean? They're in the situation where it's like, hey man, I've already been in here 18 years. Kind of a thing.
Right.
I remember I don't know. Well, I think Obama did a lot of like first-time drug offenders that were in there for a long time. I can't remember who Bush pardoned. It was too long ago. But, and I think they said Trump was focusing on, like, yeah, drug offenses and then fraud, those kind of things. So the fact that Joe Exotic wanted to murder someone, it probably isn't a good look if you're pardoning somebody who murders someone, who's attempted murder.
He just wasn't good at it, so that's why it didn't happen. But he absolutely intended on that happening.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy, yeah. Well, my second story is another dinosaur story, and this comes from Argentina, which
beautiful.
Argentina, man. I had this thought when I graduated high school. I was going to go with my brothers I was going to drive down to Tierra del Fuego in a region they call Patagonia. I don't know if you are well aware of this, but that's the southern tip of Argentina. It's called Tierra del Fuego, and it's the southernmost city in the world.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. You're not too far from Antarctica when you get down there. And I was going to drive it, the Pan American Highway. I was going to just drive it down through Mexico, Central America,
how long
over the Panama Canal. I was planning on having it take like 3 months. But, yeah, you want to take your time. Then I read about all of the kidnapping, gang warfare, and then there's a stretch of land called the Darien Gap between Panama and Colombia. That's 200 miles of no roads, rainforest jungle, basically impassable. And then as you go in, people get killed and robbed, and that's where cartels are making coke and all this shit. I was like, oh. Okay, never mind. There's an impassable part. So what everyone does is they ship their cars around, or motorcycles or dirt bikes, whatever they're driving, the Pan American Highway. They ship it around the Darien Gap and they pick it back up in the Panama Canal, in the port there.
Jesus.
So yeah, but dude, I was in, man. I had maps. I had a car picked out. I was like, oh, we're gonna do this, dude. We're gonna do this. Gas is so cheap down there. We can afford this. And then I read about why nobody really does it.
Yeah, not trying to roll those dice.
But there's people that drove, when they launched the Chevy Tahoe, my buddy got me this book. I read this book. They drove the Chevy Tahoe as a kickoff, a press launch. They drove it from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego. They drove the entire American continent.
Jesus.
Which is pretty amazing.
That's cool that you can do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was
let me ask you about the southern tip. Is it so south that it's cold?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Man, that's crazy.
It's all of Patagonia. Not all of Patagonia, because northern Patagonia, I believe, is desert. It's pretty crazy. So when you look at Bolivia and stuff, parts of Bolivia, and I didn't know this. I just watched, there's a thing out right now. It's like a documentary. It's called Long Way Down. It's got Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor does this. It's pretty cool. He's done this thing. It's called Long Way Round, where he drove around the earth on a motorcycle road. Him and his friend. They went from Spain to New York City. They drove around the planet Earth on motorcycles. So they're going through Mongolia where there's no fucking roads on these motorcycles. They're like, oh my God, it was awesome. It was an amazing documentary miniseries thing.
Cool. Then
they did it again. They did a long way. It's Long Way Down. They drove from They rode on motorcycles from Scotland to South Africa. And then this one they did is called Long Way Up. They went from Tierra del Fuego to L.A. So they went up that way. So, but I didn't know. Bolivia looks like Vegas. It looks like the Vegas desert. I mean, you're talking about an entire continent. So, of course, you're going to have changing terrain. But, yeah, South America, the bottom half of South America is fucking, dude, it looks like you're in the Andes Mountains. It looks like the Alps in Switzerland. You know what I mean? You're like,
yeah.
Fucking Sound of Music. That's why all the Nazis moved there, probably. It's like, oh, yeah. See, looks like home, yeah? Yeah, it's nice, yeah. Nobody knows about us here. Hola, my name's Hans. Hi. No, I'm not a piece of shit. No, I'm a good guy, yeah. And you go into these villages. It looks like German village. Have you ever seen these German villages in Argentina?
No, I have not.
Dude, it's like Tudor homes built in the mountains. They got like people, you know, like wearing like the little lederhosen, you know? You're like, what the fuck? What is going on here? It's all the Nazis that flew from
Damn it.
Germany and Austria and shit.
I'm learning so much. So where does the dinosaur come in?
Oh yeah, forgot about my story.
I was like, this was all interesting. I'm waiting for a dinosaur, man.
They found
Did they find another butthole or what?
No, they uncovered some dinosaur bones in Patagonia. They found they're calling it like Titansaur. It's the biggest dinosaur yet. Now, this isn't a new species, but this is the most complete dinosaur that they found thus far. The dinosaur itself is massive, dude. We're talking like 131 feet.
Jesus.
Which is, dude, enormous. I got to show you the picture though. Let me put in the site here so you can see the photo, because the photo looks like a kid drew a dinosaur, and that's the dinosaur. You're like, this isn't a real thing. This is a poorly drawn, cartoon from a child. But apparently, it's a real thing. It's called Titansaur, and we're talking. It's 9 tons heavier than an elephant, and it's 131 feet long.
That's how I would draw a dinosaur. So to your point, but damn, man, his head's like a snake. Gross.
Yeah. It looks like they just combined a snake head with a rhino/elephant body, and then a tail of a lizard,
Right, lizard tail. Absolutely. Yeah, what a freak creature. Man, 130 feet, though? That's got to be the biggest one yet. Biggest, animal, right? Because what's a blue whale even? Like, those bitches are, 100 feet?
Yeah, no, they're saying that this would be the largest animal to ever exist on Earth.
Holy man.
Yeah.
What if they were still around? Can you freaking imagine? Like, if people were... if you were hunting those...
Well, they said it ranged in size. Like, there were small, medium, and large ones.
Okay.
It's almost like those teacup puppies, and then there's like a normal size puppy, and then there's like the big old fuckers,
Yeah. There's the various examples of small, medium, and large.
Oh, it's
at fast food places. If you like different size drinks.
I don't understand that reference. I like my teacup better. Thank you very much. That's what I understand. I don't understand. Small, medium, large. What are you talking about? I've never heard of a fast food restaurant using those measurements.
Okay. Well, maybe there's another one I can think of.
There another? Yeah. Can you paint me another example that a normal person would understand? Like teacup puppies, because that's a better example.
It's not good. Like T-shirts. Have you ever worn a T-shirt?
Not a big T-shirt guy. I don't really. Right. Yeah. I'm a button-up man. And these are all custom made for my body. So,
there's no.
If you want to start talking about 42 long, because that's my measurements. That's who I am as a person. So it's like, oh, okay. Oh, got it. You're a 30-something. That's on the small side. You're a 42-some. I'd say 40. That's like a medium. 42 is more like a large or something like that. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you? 38? No, I'm a 40. Okay, I know where you are. I got it. These are all custom made for my tailor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But they do have a nice fit on you. Imagine how much better they would look if you had taken that deal where you had 5% body fat.
What's your, is that your last story? Oh, you did.
Yeah, I had the butthole story. Yeah, so
you're good.
We can revisit the dinosaur butt if you want.
I think we've tapped that ass. I think it's done. I think it's
we brought it to the brink of exhaustion.
we
Can't
yes.
take anymore.
We've wrecked that rectum. we put the wreck in rectum in that. That thing has been. There is very little juice left in that anus. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think we're all finished on the anus.
Yeah. We've sucked the shit out of that big time. There's nothing left to drill. I can feel the episode ending now. Do you feel it?
I thought it was just getting started with those last little comments on the anus, but okay, we can end. We're done.
Yeah, I felt like we hit our stride when we started getting into Nazis in South America. I felt like that's.
I didn't know that, so that was interesting. Okay, all right.
Yep. Exactly. All right, well, there you go. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe. We're trying to get to 300 subscribers by February. Where else are you going to get Pan American Highway information in the middle of a dinosaur story? Nowhere. Nowhere else. So hit it.
Nowhere.
Hit it. Appreciate it. Thumbs up. That really helps out the algorithm for, I don't know, telling people you liked it. It's ridiculous. Come up with better suggestions for what songs we have to sing at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. Write down something great. Just start throwing it out there. All right. I'm at Sparks Radio on all social media. Start throwing it out there as well. Okay. Thank you for asking, Jay Savinger. I'll tell you how the original songs are coming. They're not, because we got some horrible suggestions so far. We need some good ones. Lay it down on us over there on Instagram. We really do appreciate it. And then shout out one more time to good old Ryan for joining the Patreon. That is really cool.
Patreon.com/Sparks Radio.
That's awesome. Remember, we're going to pool that money and we're going to put it towards
Project Mayhem.
That's right, Project Mayhem. Little update on the billboard real quick. I'm working with the guy still trying to get the billboard up in Vegas. It's been more of a pain in the ass than I imagined, but I'm going to stick with it because I really want this to happen. So shout out to Donna. Don't worry. I'm sure she's like, where's the billboard? And I'm asking the same thing, so trying to get that all done. Hopefully it happens here within the next couple days. All right. We're close. So there you have it. Thank you so much for the show. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Oh, on the show tomorrow. Max Barth is on the show tomorrow. Comedian Max Barth. So make sure you watch that sucker. Should be a fun one. That's it for the show.
Yeah.
You take it easy there, Pike.
All right, you too.
Any last words, my fellow co-host?
I just want to say thank you to my dad.
Show's over, motherfuckers.